Hey, what's up guys and welcome to part 19 of What If Naruto Was Trained to be a Mercenary. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go and check out What If Tsunade was Naruto's mother. I post a new episode of it, so go and enjoy. And also on my second channel I post a new episode of Uchiha Naruto the Sage, so go and enjoy that as well. And if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family and be a part of the channel. And also go check out my second channel, Anime King 2. You will enjoy all the lovely what is over there as well. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. Start the intro. You can change. You satisfy the rage in me. Take away my pain. You satisfy the rage in me. So to do the recap, Naruto saw the state that Sakura was in the hospital. She was so depressed, she was screaming that she wanted the kunai, that she wanted to end her life, to make Naruto's suffering stop. As Naruto couldn't believe she was really in this kind of state, as his heart just breaks seeing this. After a time, she got back on her pills and Naruto decided to give her a second chance. After Naruto was ready to go out back on his mercenary mission, as Tsunade gave him a bunch of scrolls where his mission were in. And Naruto was surprised when Tsunade told him that he's going to get a team, as Naruto thought that a mercenary job is only for one, but she assigned Hinata, Sakura and Ino with him. Naruto didn't really mind it because at least it was 3 beautiful girls. So Naruto headed out on the road, and Naruto got fox masses, female fox masses for all of them. We last left off when Naruto decided that he's going to give them code name. So yeah, let's get straight into this new episode, and if you haven't yet, switch across the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's start this. Code names? Ask Sakura. Yeah, as long as you wear your uniform and mask, you will have a code name. For example, as long as I wear my mask and uniform, I am Kitsune Flash, so you guys need a code name as well. Let's start with you. Sakura, your name will be Kitsune Huntress. Huntress? Sakura said as she gazed at her mask. I don't think that name suit me at all. Me being a medic nin and all, she said. Trust me, Sakura. Your temper and your super strength goes well with the name. Trust me, he said with a grin. I am going to take that as a compliment, she said. It was a compliment, said Naruto. What about me? What's my name? Said Ino as she was happy to hear her name. I already know yours, Ino. As long as you wear your mask and your uniform, you will be known as Kitsune Temptress. Ino grinned as she come closer to him. Temptress? You mean temptation. Why would you give me that name, Kitsune? She asked. Well, I guess it was the first thing that came to my head when I looked at you, he said. As she came close enough to him and started to do circles on his chest with her finger. You know, I can be very seductive if you want. Well, if you let me. He then chuckled. I would love to see that. Both teens were chuckling, while Sakura and Hinata were frowning. They didn't like what they were seeing one bit. Okay, that's enough with the flirting, you two, Sakura said, not knowing why she was so upset. He then moved on. Alright, Hinata, as long as you wear your uniform and your mask, you will be known as Kitsune Mistress. Hinata nodded. I understand. I accept the name. Why Mistress? Asked Ino. I guess since she's the heiress of the Hyuga clan, I guess the name Mistress suit her. Isn't that right, Hinata? Hinata then smiled. Yes, I have no problem to be called like that, she said. Well, now that we finally got that out of the way, let's go on to the next step. Let's go and pick out your uniforms. Anything is fine, as long as you don't let us wear that piece of string, said Sakura, as she gave a suspicious look to the Kitsune. Hey, I already said that I was kidding. I never expected any of you to wear that. Maybe not, but in your mind, you wanted us to wear that swimsuit, didn't you? Ino said as she liked to tease him. Kitsune only cleared his throat as he dispelled the blush on his face as they entered the shop. Time skip. Kitsune was pacing back and front outside of the dressing rooms. It's been over 30 minutes since they have left to pick their own uniform. He told them to find clothes to match with the color of their masks, as he thought that it wasn't going to be so hard, or so he thought. He was never the patient type to begin with, and right now he was losing his patience. It wasn't that hard to find clothes for them, especially when they were going to become mercenary like himself. So what was taking them so long? Kitsune were finally ready to come out. Ino's voice came from the dressing room. Finally, let me see what you guys picked, said Kitsune as he waited. When the three of them left the dressing room, Kitsune was very impressed by the sight. They were wearing their proper masks that only showed the lower half of their face with their official uniforms. Sakura was wearing a long white hooded trench coat, red leather gloves, a black long sleeve, as the shirt had a long V-line going from the neck to the chest area. She also had on a red skirt with white flames on the bottom and black shorts underneath. The shorts reached below her knees, and she was still wearing her original black sandals, and she still had her kunai pouch and her medical bag the same place. Ino was wearing a long black hooded trench coat similar to Sakura's, black fingerless gloves, a purple tank top with long sleeve fishnet shirt. The tank top was a bit small, showing some cleavage. Purple shorts below her knees, way shorter than Sakura's shorts, and a black skirt similar to Sakura's, and her normal sandals. Hinata was wearing a long sleeve white shirt with a hoodie that zips up, a blue short skirt that reached below her knees with a symbol for yin and yang on both sides, and she also had on fishnet socks, and her sandals and her equipment were still in the same place. So what do you think? Asked Sakura. Very impressive, you all picked the perfect smile, and it looks like Team Kitsune Flash is born. Let's go pay for the clothes and stay in at the inn. In a location unknown, a very dark place, 9 shadowy figures appeared in the middle of the room. What is with this sudden meeting? One of them said. This is urgent, said the one in the middle. We have a problem with one of the Jinjulkis. You know who I'm talking about, Kitsune Flash, or to be more precise, the 9-tailed Jinjulki of Konoha, Uzumaki Naruto. So this meeting is about him, another one said. Yes, it's important that we finally take care of him. We need him captured now, the leader said. Hate to break it to you, leader, but he's not a weakling, or he would have been captured a long time ago, said another one. He can't be that tough, said Deidara. Shut the hell up, Deidara, said Hidan. The last time we fought him, I lost both of my arms and my head, and Kakazu lost 2 of his hearts, which I have already gotten back, Hidan. But I agree with you, if it wasn't for our abilities, we would have been dead a long time ago, said Kakazu. What should we do about him, leader? We all know he's strong, but we need him alive for the extraction to be successful, the leader said. Kakazu nodding, Hidan and I are already after our target, so we won't be going after him. Kisame chuckled at his comment. You're just trying to run away from fighting him. I didn't ask for your opinion, Kisame, said Kakazu. My reports said that Kitsune Flash has been seen in the Fire Country, said Zetsu. It seems that he has recently left the village of Konoha, said White Zetsu. Well, Sasori and I are a little far from Fire Country, said Deidara. Yes, we are in pursuit of our next target after all, said Sasori. This is a perfect chance to capture him now, since he left Konoha, said the leader. Kakazu nodded as he gazed at Itachi and Kisame. You two, the 9-tailed Jinjulki is your target. You two are the ones who should go and try and capture him. I agree, said the leader. Itachi, Kisame, go and capture the 9-tails. Take any means necessary, but leave him alive. Yes, leader, said Itachi. Right, replied Kisame. The rest of you continue your search and capture for the Bijus, said the leader as they all vanished. Location: somewhere in the River Country territory. Itachi and Kisame got up as they opened their eyes after using their jutsus to communicate with the rest of the group. The two of them were gazing ahead, ready to make their next move. Itachi was calm as usual, while Kisame was thinking about the thought of hunting the Kitsune Flash. "So we're going after the Nine Tails again. This will be fun," said Kisame. "Don't be reckless, Kisame. This isn't the same weak boy we met 5 years ago. Remember, he is now the Kitsune Flash." "Right, he has become quite strong. It's been a while since I had a good challenge," said Kisame with a grin. "Let's go, Kisame," said Itachi. Time skip, nightfall, location, Hotel Inn. Naruto arrived to one of the rooms where they were serving dinner. He was wearing a light grey bathrobe, looking happy as ever, since he was hungry. Not to mention he has his own team to lead, and they would be traveling together from now on. When he arrived at the table, he saw the three of them seated on their knees. They have already started eating. As he shook his head, he got seated with the rest of his teams as they were smiling at him, at least for now. When they saw him wearing only a bathrobe, as they saw his long blonde spiky hair, all of them started to blush because he was very handsome. Naruto noticed the three girls, as Sakura was wearing a green bathrobe, Ino was wearing a purple bathrobe, and Hinata was wearing a white bathrobe. "Good evening, team," Naruto said in his most cheery tone ever. "Good evening, Naruto," Sakura replied with a smile. "Yeah, good evening, Naruto. I thought that you weren't going to show up. The food is very good here," Ino said, as she took another bite from her plate. "I can see that, and it is very rude for you guys to start eating without me, because I am your team leader," he replied. "You see, Ino, I told you we should have waited for Naruto," said Hinata, while Sakura nodded in agreement. Ino frowned at her best friend. "Yeah, right, Sakura, like you were going to wait for Naruto to come. You were so hungry, I heard your stomach growling." "Be quiet, Ino pig," said Sakura. Now, settle down you two. Let's just enjoy the food, shall we?" he said. "Hey," Naruto said as he whined, as he looked at a couple of rice balls. "This isn't ramen. I ordered ramen." "Well, tell that to Sakura. She was the one that changed the order," Ino said, as she glared at Sakura. "Sakura, why?" Naruto gave her the sad puppy eyes that made him look so adorable and irresistible. Sakura had to force away the blush, as she then spoke. "Naruto, all you eat is ramen. As a medic nin, you need vitamins and more nutrition," she told him. "But I want ramen," he said, as he pouted like a 7-year-old. "You have to stop eating so much ramen. You can't expect to survive on only eating ramen." Naruto sighed as his stomach grumbled. "Whatever, let's just eat," he said, as he dived into the rice balls. Three of them resumed their eating. "Oh, by the way," said Naruto, as he took a scroll that was behind him, "I have our first mission as Team Kitsune Flash." "Already? That is fine with me," Ino said. Naruto nodded as he gazed at Hinata and Ino. He already knew how strong Sakura is, but he needed to know how strong Ino and Hinata were. "What's wrong, Naruto?" asked Hinata as he was looking at them. "It's nothing, like I said. We have our first mission. It is from Granny." "From Tsunade?" said Sakura. "Yeah, it's a mission to hunt 2 S-rank missing nins." Ino grinned. "So, we're already getting a tough mission. Exactly what I expect for our first mission." "So, who are they?" asked Hinata. "Well," Naruto said, as he opened the scroll, as his face expression didn't change. "What's wrong, Naruto?" asked Sakura. "Well, the targets are," as he then froze, as Naruto remembered a while back. Well, 5 years to be exact, as he opened the door and saw Itachi staring at him, as he then showed the girls the scroll, and the names were Akatsuki member, Kisame, and Itachi. Time skip. The next day, Naruto entered the room as quietly as possible as he used his stealth ability that he'd learned, as he didn't make a sound. The only thing that made sound was someone who was sleeping and snoring. He grinned. After last night, he has made his plan to test the skills of Hinata and Ino. This was a perfect chance to see what they can do. Being members of this team mean that they have to prove themselves worthy. As he already chose his first victim as he entered her room, as he took a few silent steps, reaching her bed, as he took out a kunai ready to attack, before he stopped in the middle of his tracks. He blushed as he got a nosebleed, as the girl who was sleeping on the bed was none other than Ino, as he got giddy seeing her wearing a very provocative sleeping clothes. She was wearing a very short white tank top, barely covering her breasts. As he barely lowered his gaze, he could see everything, as she was also wearing a white thong. Ino was sleeping soundly, while Naruto was in his little perverted world, as he had the urge to just rip all of that off, as he felt his hand moving forward, but he grabbed back his hand. "What am I doing?" he said, as he was holding onto his hand, as he forgot the reason why he was in here, as he then turned his attention back to her. But he was surprised to see that she was awake, and she was giving him a look of playful and seductive. "Like what you see?" she asked before winking at him. "Damn it, I'm busted. What am I going to do? She's going to think that I come here to do something perverted to her." "Calm down," he said to himself. "I have to play this cool." Naruto chuckled. "Oh, I have the wrong room. Silly me. Goodbye, Ino," he said as he turned to walk away. "Hold it, Naruto. I know why you came here," she said as she was smirking playfully. "Now, Ino, don't get any wrong ideas. I really got the wrong room, so I will be leaving now." As he turned back around as she left the bed and got close, really close to him, as Naruto started to blush insanely. "Do you like what you see?" she asked him again, as he couldn't speak at the moment, as his hormones were going into overdrive, as she then turned around, making sure to give him a full view. "Do you want to touch it?" she asked him. "What the hell?" Naruto said in his mind, as she walked up closer to him, as he was in a white plain shirt with green boxers. Naruto then grinned mentally, as she lowered her guard. "Now is my chance," he thought. He quickly jumped back as he threw the kunai as it hit Ino, but she vanished in a puff of smoke. A clone? He thought as his eyes widened. He didn't have a chance to react as a snake wrapped around him, as he then felt a kunai pressing on his neck. He was shocked to see the real Ino behind him. She was the one who summoned the snake to chop him. He couldn't believe this happened so quickly. One moment she was all happy and right in front of him, but it looked like she was prepared for anything, as he saw the look in her eyes change as they were ready for battle, and they looked cold. "I already knew what you were up to, Naruto. I read your mind. Then you obviously know I was just trying to test your reflex. You caught me at a complete surprise." Naruto gulped, hoping that she wasn't upset. "Naruto, if all you wanted was to test my skill, there is no need for a surprise attack. You should have just asked me." "Sorry about that. So how about you let me go now?" he said with a cheap smile. "Why should I? I have you tied up and helpless. I can have my way with you," she said. "Excuse me?" he said as he was getting a bit nervous. Ino licked the kunai. She looked similar to Anko, who was the one who taught her how to use snake. "I have you right where I want you, Naruto," she said, as she pressed the kunai back down. She then removed it as he had a small cut, as she licked the top of the kunai, shocking Naruto a lot. "Sorry for hurting you, Naruto, but let me tell you, you're my little prey. I will have you whether you like it or not." She then kissed his cheek as she made the snake vanish, freeing Naruto. Naruto stood there as he couldn't find the words to say. Suddenly, she changed as she smiled happily. "Well, I better go change. We will be heading out soon, right?" she said. Yes we are." "Okay, time to take a shower then. Unless you want to take it with me. I won't mind at all," she said with a smirk, as the voice in the back of his mind was saying, "Go ahead, do it, Naruto, do it, Naruto." But he got control of himself as he left the room saying goodbye. "I will have you soon," she muttered as she went to the bathroom. As Naruto left the room, he sighed. She's so much like Anko, even the snakes. But still, she's strong. And quick the way she used her dad technique to read my mind. That is very good. Now it's time to test Hinata, he said. As he reached the door, as he used a lock pick and picked the lock. As he then entered quietly. As he saw Hinata sleeping. As he closed it behind him silently. As he tiptoed in the hall. As he pulled out another kunai. As he saw her sleeping soundly on the bed. Her whole body was covered by the sheets, unlike Ino. For a moment he felt sorry for her. She looked so peaceful and quiet. He felt bad of giving her a rude awakening. But he remembered why he was doing this, and he needed to confirm her skills. He then charged at her, but suddenly she jumped up from the bed with her Byakugan activated and hit him with a powerful palm thrust. As he was sent flying back as he hit a wall. Hinata gasped, seeing the person she hit. Naruto, she squealed out, as she never knew who it was. She went over to him worried sick. Naruto, are you okay? I am so sorry. I thought that you were an intruder. Your reflexes have really improved a lot. It looks like I did the right thing in trying to attack you. Hinata blinked. You attacked me to test my skills? Yeah, I did. I needed to know if you and Ino have what it takes to be a part of the team. We will be doing a lot of tough missions together, so I hope you don't get angry for me attacking you. Hinata blushed, so I guess I pass. With flying colors, he said with a smile, as he then finally noticed the clothes that Hinata was wearing, as she was wearing a long white shirt reached below her knees, as her chest bulged out, and he wondered if she was wearing anything under that. He erased the thought as he got up. He then gasped as he felt something wrong with his body. What the? My chakra, I can't feel it. Hinata, how did you seal all of my chakra points? He asked. Hinata smiled. It only took one hit, but I hit the center of your chakra point. How did you do that? Well, I have been studying a lot about chakra points, and plus with my Byakugan, I realized and I found out that all of the chakra points came from one place, the center, where I hit that all of the other points would be closed. It took a long time for me to find exactly where, but I guess I found it, she said with a smile. So you're saying that you found out a way to seal all of someone's chakra points with one strike? Amazing, he said. Yes, it is right here, just inches away from your heart, she said, as she touched the spot. As she then unsealed it, all of your chakra points are back to normal, she told him. Whoa, he said. As he looked at her, he was still in a maze, as she has become so strong and powerful. Hinata then started to stare in his eyes as he got up, and the both of them made contact, as they kept on staring at each other. Before they know it, they start to move closer and closer. By now, Hinata was blushing as her heart was beating rapidly, but she was going in for it, as she wasn't stopping, as they were close enough, almost about to touch. But then they were interrupted by a knock on the door. Hinata, are you alright? Said a voice. I heard something hit the wall. It was Sakura. Naruto sighed, feeling a little annoyed that she interrupted them, but it couldn't be helped. He really hit the wall hard, and there was no reason to get upset with her. Although after her depression, he wouldn't be upset with her. She has suffered enough. Hinata tried to not look disappointed as her and Naruto moment was gone. It's alright, Sakura. I just fell from my bed, said Hinata. Are you sure? It was very hard for you to just fall from the bed, said Sakura as her voice was full of concern. Naruto then went as he opened the door, as he told Sakura everything that happened. As Sakura then looked around, as she realized that both of them were still wearing their sleeping clothes. Sakura was already wearing her uniform, minus her mask because she got up a while ago. Now, just by looking at the picture, nothing happened, but her imagination got the best of her as she thought about it. What if they were lying? And they spent the night together, she thought. She then brushed away those thoughts as she wondered. She knew that Hinata liked Naruto for a long time, so why was it making her feel so upset? Alright, said Naruto. Since you're already ready, go and wait for us at the exit of the inn. I have to wash up and change, said Naruto. Yeah, I'll do the same, said Hinata. as both Naruto and Sakura left the room, as Sakura was staring at Naruto with some concern in her jade eyes. "Is there something wrong, Sakura?" he asked. She gazed at him deeply before speaking. "I want to apologize." "Apologize? About what?" "About the swimsuit thing." As Naruto remembered when he made a joke for the three of them to wear the swimsuit. "Why are you apologizing about that? Is what I told you that I was going to hit you for making us wear that. I didn't mean it. I will never hit you again," she told him, as her voice broke a little, like she was ready to cry. No, it was my fault. I was just being a little perverted," he said. "Don't take it that bad," he told her. "There is no need for you to apologize for something that was basically my fault. But as she whispered, Naruto went over as he put his hand on her shoulder. "Listen to me. There is nothing to apologize for. It was my bad for suggesting such a bad joke. So don't apologize to me, okay?" he told her. Sakura nodded as she gave him a hug as he accepted it, pulling her closer. As he felt really bad. She was so fragile around him. She was doing everything in her will to try and make everything okay with them so he wouldn't get angry. But there is no part of him that would get angry on her. As she also stopped taking her pills because it was a second chance that she needed that made her get out of her depression. But right now, the only thing he could do was help her get all through it. He then broke the hug and looking at Sakura, who was now smiling at him. "Prepare your things and wait for us at the entrance. We will head out immediately," he told her. "Okay," she replied before leaving. He sighed. "God, I hope she get better. I don't want her to have a depression attack while we're doing our missions," he said to himself. "Look at the bright side, kid. Instead of hating you like she usually does, she will hug you. That is a better thing. And you can use this depression state to have your way with her," the Kyuubi told Naruto. Naruto didn't like the comment from the Kyuubi. "What the hell does that supposed to mean, Fox?" "I am saying that she's very easy to convince in her state. You can tell her that you hate her, making her cry in agony, and you can tell her that if she sleep with you, you will forgive her." "You perverted fox. There is no way I'm going to do that to her after everything she has been through. You make me sick." Pervisade perverted attitude has really rubbed off on you. As Naruto went back to his room, cutting the connection. Time skip, location, open road, Fire Country. Team Kitsune Flash was traveling the Fire Countryside. They were now prepared to start their first mission, and it was already a tough one. To track down two S-rank missing nin and defeat them, Itachi and Kisame. As he started to go into deep thought, after a while, the girl stopped. As he turned and looked at them, he knew that something was wrong even though he couldn't see their faces. "Something wrong, ladies?" he asked. The three of them looked at each other, not knowing what to say, but it was Huntress that stepped out. "I don't know how to say this, but this is my first S-rank mission." Kitsune blinked. "What? How can that be? You're a Jonin. I am sure that you must have been given an S-rank mission some time ago." "Well, I have done a couple of A-rank missions, but I didn't left the village too much because I was always in the hospital." "I see," Kitsune said. Tempter sighed. "The same things go for me too. I did a couple of A-rank missions, not a S-rank mission. And I didn't leave the village too much. I was always working at the interrogation department." Kitsune nodded. "Okay, I understand that. What about you, mistress? I am sure that you have done at least one S-rank mission." "I have only done A-rank missions. I never got the chance to done S-rank." "So in other words, this is your first S-rank mission ever," he said. But guys, I'm going to be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And go on ahead and check out What If Tsunade Was Naruto's Mother. I posted a new episode of that, so go ahead and enjoy. And also, on my second channel, I post a new episode of Uchi and Naruto the Sage. And also guys, the 1 hour specials aren't finished yet. I am going to release them, just give me some time, because I want to release them in a rapid flow and make you guys enjoy. So just give me some time, okay guys? But for now, I'm out. See ya.